President Paul Kagame is celebrating his second seven-year term victory after garnering a staggering 93% of the votes cast in the just concluded presidential election. In the first of a two-part interview, I sat down with the Rwanda ambassador to Washington, James Kimonyo, and asked him to what he attributes Kagame's huge victory.
This is a very big endorsement by the people of Rwanda. That is the reflection of their voice, their togetherness in terms of supporting President Kagame, because he's been a very strong and visionary leader since 1994. And this is saying, yes, we appreciate what you have done, and that's why we are electing you for the second term.
Yeah, but for a president who is so popular then, people wonder, why does he appear to be very intolerant to the opposition? Opposition parties, three at least, were barred from fielding presidential candidates. How do you explain that?
For some reason, people tend to create a different narrative. If we were to discuss each case, because it's very difficult even to understand when you generalize different cases to become the picture of Rwanda. For instance, if I take an example of FDU Inkingi, which is the party that was not registered, which is led by Victoire Ingabire. She had been implicated by the UN report in terms of her dealing with FDLR, which is a terrorist group based in Congo that has been killing people in Congo and wanting to make Rwanda slide back into conflict. And this report was validated by the US government and the other big nations at the United Nations level. Rwanda acted on the report of the United Nations, and she was taken to court. And this person is considered one of the opposition leaders, regardless of, people don't even look at her background and that involvement in terms of dealing with the FDLR.
There was the attempted assassination of General Nyamwasa in South Africa. In June, we had the shooting of a journalist. People see the hand of the government somewhere. Is this a conspiracy? Is it just a coincidence that all these things somehow happened around that time and related to people who have had either criticism against the government or, in the case of the journalist, reporting about a murder?
Who gains in this process? When you are about to enter into elections, a very important democratic process, and you start killing people, who loses in that process? The government will lose, definitely. We should be asking ourselves, who did it? Why did they do it during this time? And remember, during the electoral process, life continues and people commit crimes, and the law enforcement authorities do their work. So I think it is the question of how some of the reporters take isolated incidents and try to plug those incidents into one narrative that is intended to tarnish the image of our government.
Actually, Ambassador Kimonyo, talking about tarnishing an image, one of the things that has been enduring about the position of the government of Rwanda regarding those who are either opposed to the government in Kigali or who try in some respects to express different views is that they are always slapped with the charge of having participated in a genocide, almost to a person. Is the government of Rwanda using genocide as a weapon against opponents?
If you are charged, if Makori is from an opposition group and is opposed to the government and he has critical views, and the government uses the law punishing genocide denial or genocide ideology to silence Makori, to suppress Makori, as long as there are laws that were put in place, it is the responsibility of Makori and his defense team to go and pursue their court case.
Well, I'll have more from Ambassador Kimonyo on the political situation in Rwanda in part 2 of my interview with him on tomorrow's edition of In Focus.